After acquiring an ancient heretical time travel relic, a forbidden tesseract chronometer, during a battle on a forgotten Imperial world, Deadpoolus Vindictus, a rogue operative of the Officio Assassinorum, attempts to alter history to save his lost consort, Lady Vanessa of the Azure Tier, who was consumed by a demon host. His reckless tampering draws the ire of the Ordo Chronos, an arm of the Inquisition tasked with safeguarding the sanctity of the Emperor's timeline. Deadpoolus flees into the warp, emerging in Segmentum Ultima, hoping to join the legendary Adeptus Astartes chapter, the Celestial Avengers. Yet, his application is laughed off by Sergeant Primaris Appius Hoganus, who declares him an unfit psycho hazard. Rejected and disgraced, Deadpoolus returns to his desolate homeworld in the decrepit galactic year 41,998. 6 years pass. Vanessa's absence breaks him, and he retires to a mundane life as a dealer of refurbished chimera transports with his mutant companion, Wisdomus Paterius. During Deadpoolus's 1000th name day, the Time Variance Arbitrators, TVA, cybernetic agents of the Ordo Chronos, apprehend him. The Inquisitor Paradox Maleficarum informs him of a dire threat. The timeline surrounding Segmentum Earthanius 10,005 is collapsing due to the death of its Primarch equivalent, Logar the Indomitable, an alternate version of the disgraced Space Wolves Primarch, Leman Russ. The Inquisitor Paradox Maleficarum informs him of a dire threat. The timeline surrounding Segmentum Earthanius 10,005 is collapsing due to the death of its Primarch equivalent, Logar the Indomitable, an alternate version of the disgraced Space Wolves Primarch, Leman Russ. Paradox offers Deadpoolus a chance to join the Holy Ordo if he assists in accelerating the timeline's collapse using the Chrono Ripper, a device that feeds on temporal anomalies. However, when Deadpoolus realizes this will annihilate trillions of innocents, he steals Paradox's chronometer and sets off on a quest to resurrect Logar. Despite attempting forbidden resurrection rites on Logar's crypt, Deadpoolus fails. Desperate, he scours the multiverse for an alternate version of Logar and returns to the Ordo Chronos with Logus Minor, a cantankerous, one-eyed, alcoholic version of the fallen Primarch. Paradox scoffs, branding Logus Minor the worst Wolverine in the multiverse, and casts both Deadpoolus and Logus into the void of forgotten battles. In the void, the duo encounters the imprisoned remnants of doomed timelines, including Johannes Flarestorm, a cocky Tempestus Scion, and the sadistic Cassandra Nova Domina Psychana, a rival Inquisitor who is allied with Paradox. Cassandra tortures them and sacrifices Johannes to the void beast Alioth, the eternally hungry. Deadpoolus and Logus escape by sabotaging Cassandra's psychic dampeners. Though the duo's trust in each other falters, they soon find a ragtag band of misfits: the Void's forgotten crusade, Loria the Clawed Saint, a clone descendant of St. Celestine, Bladius the eternally damned, an exiled Dark Eldar, and Gambidius the cyber pirate. Together, they form a plan to destroy Cassandra's control over the Void. When Deadpoolus admits he lied about being able to restore Logus's fallen timeline, the two engage in a brutal duel but reconcile, realizing their mutual hatred for Cassandra outweighs their distrust. In the final battle, the Crusade distracts Cassandra's Void Guard, while Deadpoolus and Logus storm her inner sanctum. Using the shattered helm of a demon-possessed Terminator as a psychic dampener, they disable Cassandra's sorcery. Betrayed by her henchman Pironius Ignis, Cassandra narrowly survives and escapes through a warp tear to Segmentum Earthanius 10,005, intent on activating the Chrono Ripper to collapse all realities into her dominion, the Void. Back on Earthanius 10,005, Cassandra unleashes her army of Deadpool variants, twisted parodies of Deadpoolus from corrupted timelines. In the ensuing chaos, Wisdomus Piterius distracts Cassandra's forces long enough for Deadpoolus and Logus to confront her at the Chrono Ripper. Paradox appears, warning that the device can only be destroyed by willingly absorbing its temporal backlash, an act that guarantees death even for a Primarch. Deadpoolus and Logus defy Paradox and destroy the device together, annihilating Cassandra in a warp implosion. Miraculously, the duo survives, each bearing half the curse, bound by shared suffering. Paradox is arrested by the Ordo Chronos for his heretical schemes, and the collapse of Earthanius 10,005 is averted. Though Deadpoolus pleads for the restoration of Logus's original timeline, he is told by the Inquisitors that the trials and losses of his past define his heroism. Logus accepts his fate and remains in Deadpoolus's segmentum, agreeing to forge a new future together. In a final act of redemption, Deadpoolus reconciles with Lady Vanessa's spirit through a psychic communion facilitated by Loria, resolving to protect the fragile threads of the Imperium's future with his characteristic irreverence intact. In epilogue, cue Deadpoolus breaking the fourth wall to mock the grimdark setting as he rides into battle alongside Logus, Loria, and the rest of the crusade, leaving a trail of bolter shells and bad jokes in their wake.